Oh yeah, always a lot going on back here. Welcome to the shop. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. And coming up in just a moment, I have a small retraction from our conversation last week. You know what we're shining it on. Just don't shine it in my eyes. I'm a little tired this morning. Poor Chucky says, "Hey, what do you?" He goes, "What do you?" That's what this day feels like right now. Just a quick intro to Tech Tuesday, then we're going to share with you a kind of a flashback Tech Tuesday and go over detail, very detailed, and give some love to the C7 Corvettes on the radio and how you can set some stations and customize that and really get comfortable with that. I want you guys to know the advantage of Tech Tuesday. Come here for a second, would you? I know the poor guys go, "What? I'm working." There is what? That was funny when he did that last week. Anyways, the advantage of Tech Tuesday, I think, is a great value.
Sure.
For you, for business, but also for the audience, and really more so for the customers that come here and have their work done.
Right.
This car in particular is why I wanted to talk about that. This guy came in for an oil change, and you didn't just do an oil change and say, "Here you go, see you later." You really are inspecting the car. When he comes in, he's looking at the tires to see if they're worn out here or there. You had a C7 Corvette the other day. Guy came in for an oil change, ended up doing a belt tensioner. So I want the people that service their cars here know that you really are looking at the car.
Sure.
This case, in this C8 Corvette, now you can get the light out. You had to put, well, it kind of washes it out. You had to get some powder on there to actually see where the transmission leak was coming from. On the bottom of the pan, oh my gosh, look at that. Now you can get the emergency light going. What the hell, man?
Yeah.
You could have easily wiped that off, sent the guy on his way, but you really took the extra effort. He wasn't happy to hear that, but that's why he's got a warranty. He says, "Hey, you need to get this car back here right away." So 2 days later, he's in here. You sprayed the powder to determine where the leak is coming from and where you at now on that.
Well, now we're trying to look. We had to put some miles on it. You can see it hanging off the DCT canister, but I think it's leaking above that, so I've got to go further up to find out where it's leaking.
Yeah, because sometimes on these transmissions, it is just the canister housing, and that's easy, and it's not a full transmission replacement. Other times it's the block, so that's kind of where you're at right now.
Correct.
And that's really all. There's a lot of emails we got to go through. We'll do those when we can. This in real time I wanted to share with people before we do the past segment for C7, just the value story and what you do, and I appreciate the work you do, and I know the customers do that actually have you work on their cars.
Yeah, because a lot of people would have went, the oil filter was leaking and just shipped it.
Right,
but
exactly. Yeah, because there was nothing on the ground in his garage. He didn't even know.
No.
He didn't even know.
Yeah, with this big pan, as you can see, it catches a lot of it.
Yeah,
so.
right. All right, so I'll get out of the way, let you do your job. Keep up the good work. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back with a flashback C7 Tech Tuesday, and then your beautiful rides. What are we doing over here? Watching grass grow or coffee brew?
Coffee brew.
Is it really? Okay.
No, we ain't watching. We're watching the tall cylinder.
Okay. Coffee and a cigarette. I guess we're all set for our retraction. I got to apologize to you guys, and I got to apologize to you. Last week we covered a bunch on Tech Tuesday, a lot of good information. Thank you for that, and thank you for watching, you guys. The bulk of which was talking about a service for your C8 transmission that you should do 3 years of 45,000 miles. I was 2 years, 30,000 miles. I wanted to do it for content for the channel, and I wanted to do it for the next owner that's getting my car next week. You guys need to understand that we're running 100 miles an hour off camera. And
only
it was
100?
Yeah, okay.
Try a 110.
Yeah,
but
I was going to say $140, but okay, whatever. So I think I was moving a little faster than you on this one, and that's the reason for the retraction. And I wanted to get it done. It was tough to get it in serviced and get it done, so thank you for doing that.
Yep.
And because he was busy, and because I just kept pushing, Chuck, I get this done, He's like, okay, and he gets in. He didn't look in what we referred to before as SI, service information. Later on, he was looking, doing his notes and doing his paperwork on my car because I had to pay for it. He says, "Hey, dummy, come here. We weren't supposed to change that bottom filter at all."
No.
And I do apologize for that. What were we supposed to do on that?
On the 45,000 mile service, your first service on your DCT filter is done at 7,500.
Right.
And then 12.5 after, or 22.5 after that. Yeah.
Correct.
So you do it again at 22.5 and then again at 45,000. So for your 45,000 mile service, you've got an oil change, a DCT filter, a passenger compartment filter, wiper blades, you check all the stuff.
And drain all the fluid.
And drain all the fluid.
Drain the fluid. And I just assumed at that, because I was skimming through the back of the maintenance schedule on the owner's manual that we did, and I knew that there was, some guys don't know there's two filters in there, and I knew that there was, and I just assumed You know what happens when you assume things. I made an ass out of you and me. but you weren't supposed to change that. So basically what I did was over-service my car again, which is not a bad thing. So just wanted to correct that. I apologize for that, you guys. We're trying so hard to bring you guys good content, useful information, real information. And if I make a mistake, you know, I want to cover his butt. That wasn't his fault, so that's on me. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not afraid to admit when I make a mistake, and I'm sorry, Chucky. I don't want to put him in a bad light because I respect what he does for you guys and for me on the channel and the content, but we were moving extremely fast and didn't have a chance to really, because he's never done one of those yet.
Right.
And I thought, oh, this is a great opportunity. Sure. You know, we're at that threshold or kind of close to it. It's 15,000 miles beforehand. And we just did it. And then when I'm looking at the fluid, how clean it was, it's like, okay, well, I just blew that. You guys got to see the procedure, and it was pretty involved.
And I have talked to a Trim-X engineer, and he said that it kind of is a lifetime filter, but not really. If you would have to go inside to the transmission to put, you know, the valve body in or some of the solenoids, they recommend if you're in there to go ahead and replace that filter. Okay. But it don't have a service interval like the DCT filter does.
Okay, so there you go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. If you missed that video, link down below in the description. We'll put one up in here for you. Let's get on with our flashback now of Tech Tuesday. Thanks again, you guys, for joining us for our Tuesday tip segment. Oh, yeah, it's kind of cool right there. You can see the big wing in the shot. Yeah, today we're going to talk about the C7 Corvette radio. A lot of times I'll set some stations for you guys before you get on the way, but there's really a couple extra things that we can do to adjust it so you really can enjoy the maximum sound and features within the Bose radio on your Corvette. Now, keep in mind, the one package still comes standard with a 9-speaker Bose system, but today we're going to be talking about your 2 and 3 packaged cars that come with the 10-speaker system. All right, when you look at your infotainment system screen, you'll see 5 radio station presets down here. But did you know that you can preset up to 60 different stations? Here's how you do it. Go to your home button, go to settings, come down to radio, number of favorites shown. There's your auto preset, but scroll all the way down. Now you have up to 60 stations. Let's go back to the radio feature. All right, so you still only see 5, but here's how you access the other screens. That little arrow below the tune box, grab that, slide it up. Ah, there's 15 of your 60 available presets. So when you set all 15, grab the screen, slide it over. There's another 15, grab the screen, slide it over. All the way up to 60, you can have those set. You don't need to view them there, so just slide this down, they're out of the way. This is the way GM designed it, so you're not looking at that screen. Your favorites are right here on the lower left-hand side of your steering wheel. Pull back towards you, and as you scroll through that, your favorites will show right up there in your driver information center, and as you're changing radio stations, they actually, you can't really see it here, sorry guys, but you'll see them in your head-up display as well if you have a vehicle that's equipped with head-up display. Okay, let's talk about some of the basic stuff. If you want to change your radio station, this dial that's attached to the outside of the menu button, you turn this and it'll adjust your stations as you see there. We're currently in the FM band. If you want to go to AM, FM, or XM, you can do it right here by touching the radio button. There you go, there's XM, tap it again, there's AM, tap it again, you're back to FM. There is a media button, if you can see that here, that allows you to hook up to any Bluetooth devices to the car, and it's got music on those devices. You can play that through the car, or behind your screen you have a USB port that can also be a media source for music, books on tape, that kind of thing. In your center console, 2 more USB ports and an MP3 jack for those iPods and that type of stuff. All right, let's set a couple of stations. That one will work right there, 94.7. So I'm going to press and hold this. Just a little beat. Now the station is recorded. This one's already preset. Let's go up here to this station here. Press and hold that. Continue on. Now here's what I like about this system. Of course, we're looking at only FM presets right now, but you have total flexibility over that. You can have an FM station there, an AM station there, an XM station there. Let me just fill this up for you real quick, and I'm going to show you some more customization features that allow you to really enjoy this Bose audio system in your Corvette. Now remember, if you have more stations you want to set, you have 60 presets available. You only filled 15. Grab that screen, slide it over. There you go. Continue on with setting more of your favorites. Now, as we mentioned earlier, you can go back on the lower left-hand side of your steering wheel. The whole thing is designed in this car to have your hands on the wheel and eyes on the road. Pull these presets back towards you. They'll scroll through right here. Let me just show you in the driver information center. Look at that. There's all your favorites. Scroll. Oh, you missed one? Go back. Let go. Give it a few seconds, and it's already there, ready to go. Oh, of course, you want volume. Yes, on the right-hand side of the steering wheel, pull up to increase, pull back to decrease, or you can use this over here if you wish. But again, the convenience of having your hands on the steering wheel, eyes on the road, work out much better right here. Now here's another way you can change some stations. As many as you know, on the right-hand side of your steering wheel are these arrows to control your driver information center. Hit your menu button right there at the 9 o'clock arrow and drop down to the audio tab. Select it. Now you're in audio. You can see what station we're listening to right now. These two arrows right here reciprocate with these two arrows right here. So very simply stated, you could scroll up to the next available station just like that. Scroll down. Here's the other thing you can do while you're driving. Rather than taking your hands off the wheel and eyes off the road and going over here, switching from AM, FM, or XM, right here, right click, go into your feature. It allows you to browse your radio media. Right click it again. Then you can go up and down, check out other devices that are synced to the car. Here I'll just select Sirius XM radio. Now I'm on XM. Same thing, I can scroll to the next available station, or I can use my favorite presets that are right there. All right, let's have some more fun with the radio presets. Right here in the menu button, if you tap that, it gives you more things to play around with. Let's hit tone settings. That's a big topic of conversation. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. Remember, we're talking about 2 and 3 packaged Corvettes. Well, you have the opportunity of the center point feature, or driver feature, or normal feature, depending on where you want that Bose radio to be focused. You can even manually go up here and increase your bass, mid-range, or treble if you prefer to do so. But the one I like the most is the center point. Now, if you have a 2 or a 3 packaged Corvette, go into that menu settings, go into the tone settings, and play around with these different presets, if you will, as far as where the music is more dominated. It's just amazing what a difference they really make. And then you have another layer of flexibility. By these arrows right here, you can move those speakers more forward, back, side to side. However you want to listen to the radio, listen to the radio. Okay, we're back to our main radio screen. Let's go back into that menu button. And if you look down here, it says Bose Audio Pilot. It's on right now. And if you had a previous Corvette, I mean, back in C5, remember there was a little knob on the outside of the volume knob that was called SCV. That stood for Speed Compensated Volume. Kind of the same thing here with the Bose Audio Pilot. As the road noise and things like that increase with the car as you're driving, this helps drown out that background noise so the radio sounds great. Yeah! Okay, I'm going to show you guys one more customization feature to the radio stations that will help you identify your favorite stations the way you want to identify them. So let's go to the home button, come back to the settings. Okay, we're going to be in the radio feature, and you're going to go to manage your favorites. What's this all about? There's your stations you have set, but you actually can tap on a station and tap rename, and you actually can name the station. Just go back here. I'll just put my name in that particular one. Boom, done. And then just go back. Oh, I didn't hit save. I was supposed to hit save. I didn't hit save. Let's go and do another one. Rename. Put my name in there. Boom, boom, boom. You can either hit back or save, and it does it. Look at that. Rick Conti. Now, XM Radio, as you can see, has their identifiers up there already, but you could take your FM and AM stations and label it any way you want. How about that? So again, go into settings, go into radio, manage favorites, pick on the favorite that you have preset already, so it's highlighted. Come down here to rename, name it, and you got to hit the X button right here to go back. And then just type in anything you want right there, and you're good to go. Either hit save or hit back, and then it'll display when you come to your regular settings. Look right there's a Rick Conti. It's fun, man. That's fun. All right, so did you guys like the flashback of the C7 Tech Tuesday segment? Did you like the mustache? Don't get used to it. It's never coming back. It's great to be busy. It's great to have you guys sharing all these moments with us through this car right here on my channel. Thank you so much. I announced on Sunday's Coffee with Conti show. If you missed that, we'll put a link down below for you to click that video, or a link up in here. You got an opportunity in that video only. Make a comment. You have an opportunity to win one of those 3 kind of cool prize packs of Corvette if you can guess the option that I put on my 23 that I didn't have on my 2021. You can also go ahead and try and guess the color. We'll play around with that a little bit. That's not part of the contest, but it is kind of fun trying to guess what it is. But I can tell you that the car did come offline yesterday. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about some of the stuff I'm going to put on the car. I'm putting a lot of ACS composite parts on the car. I tell so many of you guys, if you're looking for ground effects and this and wings and all kinds of neat stuff, go to acscomposite.com. We've got like a little section in our parts department that you guys send your parts in advance, and I put those on. So acscomposite.com. I thank you so much for your support and the great products that you give us for our Corvettes. So we'll reveal the full spec, the color, and all that, what I'm going to do, what I need to do to the car, and yet, gosh darn it, I made another, here, I reordered the car, and I made another mistake. I do this for a freaking living. What the hell is wrong with that? Oh my gosh. It's a small one, though. We'll talk about that this Sunday and announce the winners on our Coffee with Conti show. Let's show off some more cars right now. Here are your beautiful rides. Thanks for watching, guys.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were no one, and I can't wait to see you Hindsight is fleeting when your heart's bleeding and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I